Welcome to this episode of Inside My Pen Case. It has been a long time since we last had one of these, and I'm really excited about today's episode. You may or may not recognize this person sitting next to me. His name is CY.
Hi.
And hi, CY. You are a little bit of a celebrity in the pen world, so I might be a little bit nervous actually doing this interview today, but I'm just so happy that you agreed to come to Yoseka and spend some time with us and agreed to show everyone what's inside your pen case.
I mean, I'm honored because it's weird to, kind of think of yourself as a celebrity. I certainly don't think I'm a celebrity.
It is.
Actually, I think you all are celebrities, and we're in this beautiful store on this beautiful day in New York. So I'm really honored to be invited here. I know I requested another day, which you graciously accepted. So I'm super happy, and yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting 2 days, and I'm excited to talk about what's in my pen case.
Okay, well, before we get to that, in case everyone needs a little introduction, CY is, like I was saying, he is a well-known figure, certainly in my mind. He is a well-known figure in the stationery world, in the fountain pen world, and you might know him as Tokyo Station Pens on his Instagram handle or through his blog. And CY actually is a really amazing nib grinder and sort of like, I think of you just like as an expert. Have you ever thought of yourself like that? I just think of you as like a source of knowledge, basically. And he has a podcast called Tokyo Inklings that he hosts with Fude fan Jacob. And he is visiting the US, and I'm just really excited to finally have him in Yoseka. He's going to be here in New York for a couple of days, and we are doing a nib grinding event with CY today, actually, as well as tomorrow in store, and all of the appointments are booked out.
All of the appointments are booked out as far as I know, and hopefully we'll have time in between to do any walk-ins, but fingers crossed for that.
Yeah, that's what I've been telling everyone, so I hope there aren't like floods of people coming in trying to do walk-ins with you, but that might be the case.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope that everyone is really excited to see what's inside CY's pen case. But before we get to that, I want to talk about you and this outfit that you have on. I feel like that is as essential a part of your like armor and your tools as anything. So yeah, why don't you tell me a little bit about your adorable apron and this cardigan that you have on?
Sure. So I usually don't do grinding events when I'm in Japan because most of my customers are either in the US or in Europe. So I very rarely put all of this stuff on. Usually I'm, sitting on my couch watching Netflix while grinding.
Right.
So I'm ready to go to bed. But because I knew I was going to come here, a few years ago, I think even from almost high school, I was following this amazing artist called meyoco.
Okay.
I think they're based in Indonesia, so you can see their logo right here.
meyoco, okay.
Yeah. I'm going to stand up so you can see. So it's this really cute kind of moon phase.
It's so cute, and the details are very Sailor Moon.
I have stuff
the
in
pocket.
Here. There's so many pockets in here. It's just very, very useful.
Yeah.
And stuff from her, it sells out so quickly. So I've been following this artist for more than 10 years. And so last year, I decided to buy this apron because I thought, why not have an apron to protect myself, also because my partner Akane always complains that I don't wear any protective gear. So,
that's so funny.
So I bought this. It's really nice. It's very warm, and of course we're here on a warm sunny day. But yeah, it's very useful because you just have all these hooks, and I really like it. It's my first time wearing this at an event.
Yeah.
But yeah, I already feel that it's super useful. I can keep things close to me. Maybe things I don't usually have to bring out. Just stick them in a pocket.
That's so
and
great.
And then if I need it, I can pull it out. And then this little jacket here, I actually bought at the Superior Labor's new shop with Travelers Company. They opened up a new shop in Kurashiki, I believe, at the beginning of this year, and we went in May, I want to say. So we went to the shop. It's really, really cool. If you're ever in Japan for more than like 5 or 6 days, definitely recommend you to go out there. It does take like a day or two to be there because it is really far. But I just saw this, and where they are located, they're very famous for their denim.
Yeah.
So I got this little kind of denim-esque.
Oh.
Very good.
Love that. Here, if you just scoop down a little bit. Yes, now we got it. We got it. We're working in tight quarters today, and CY is much taller than we expected.
I get that a lot. But yeah, it's really cute. It has these little, wave patterns.
Yeah, very traditional.
Inside. And I'm not sure if everybody knows, but the Superior Labor is their official, I guess, company name is NAP. So they're located in what they call NAP Village.
Right.
So it has here the name in Japanese. It says limited company NAP. So I thought that was really funny.
I love it. I've been seeing, CY has been traveling pretty much around the country doing lots of nib grinding events and visiting the pen shows, and I've been seeing photos of you in this this garment. So I'm really excited to see it up close and personal, and I didn't realize there were all these like cool details. Yeah, it's very like the Superior Labor, so TSL to have this like these
really
details
cool.
in the garment. So it's
and
very cool.
One thing why this is really important is because in Japan we don't really turn on the AC to like max, but here in the United States it's so cold everywhere. Like we went to Texas and it was so cold in Texas. Everybody was warning us, and they're like, "Oh, it's gonna be so hot.
Because it's so hot outside.
It's gonna be humid." And we came from Tokyo, so we landed and we're like, "Why is Texas so cold?"
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
we were the only people. We might have been the only 2 people in Texas wearing jackets.
You guys wore jackets inside?
And outside.
And outside? What? Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So this is gonna keep you nice and cozy today.
Yeah, this is gonna keep me toasty.
Wow, okay, good to know. So it doesn't just look good, but it's also very functional, and it's keeping CY's blood flowing inside.
Especially then at like the hotels where the shows are at.
Yeah.
I mean, those are really cold.
Yeah. I always have a sweater on me. Thank you for telling us all about these articles of clothing that you have on. I'm sure people will be checking out TSL and meyoco now for their stuff. Now, I'm really excited to look at what's inside your pen case.
All right.
Yeah. So I see that you've prepared, if you don't mind,
Go ahead.
a little pen case over here, and I'm feeling like there's 2 pens. I'll show this over here. You have this really cute fabric pen case, and it feels like it's like handmade, right?
Yeah. This isn't something that you can buy.
Yeah.
There's a person who does vintage restorations. Their handle is paperwantsapen on Instagram.
So this is that is
their logo.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
His name is Mr. Stacy Hills. He does excellent restoration, especially on vintage Schaefer pens.
Okay.
And so his wife, whose handle is Jewelry by the Sea, makes these pen pouches, and he sends out these pen pouches for every order.
Oh,
And
wow.
That's how I got. I've got quite a few of these pen pouches actually. And what's really nice about these is that they're really large. So I'm going to show you later, but this pen that I have in one of these is a really large pen. Doesn't fit in any other pen case
I'm
except for
excited.
this one.
Okay.
Yeah. And they always use really fun fabrics. So I like them.
Yeah. And it's perfect because it holds this big hefty one over here that you've got. So, all right. So should we dive right in and take a look at your pens?
Sure.
Okay.
Of these 2 pens, so these are my...
Oh my God, it's so big. So if you see why, just opened his pen case, and I'm looking at just the top of the pen over here, and you can see what a ginormous pen this is. So we will get to see what it looks like soon.
Yeah. So these two are my latest and greatest, and new product bias. So I really like these pens right now.
Yeah.
But I don't even really know which one to start with. Let's start with the big one.
Okay.
So this pen. You want to hold it?
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like, wow, it's so beautiful, and it is literally. So this is my hand, and it's like two of my hands. I've also been seeing photos of this pen from you, obviously, because I follow you on Instagram, and so I've been seeing a lot about this fountain pen, and it has these carvings, these engravings in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, why don't you tell us
Sure.
a little bit more?
So this pen was commissioned by a store in Tokyo to pilot Namiki. The store in Tokyo is one of the most beautiful stores, I think, in Japan, period. And this was inspired by the birth of the store owner's son. So when the store owner's son was born, the store owner thought, wow, it's an angelic being. It's so beautiful. So he was inspired to make this pen, which is called the Myth, and it has motifs of the world. So you can see. So you'll have the ocean, the mountains, and then here you have clouds.
Wow.
And then you have a motif of a star there, and then in between these are angel wings, kind of the coming together of the heavens and the earth. And this is made in ebonite and encased in sterling silver. So all of this is sterling silver, which means it will patina with age. You can of course polish it off if you'd like to.
Yeah.
But the idea is that you take this pen and you use it. It becomes part of your story.
Yeah.
And with the pen comes several letter sets, and the idea there is then you use this pen as part of your story, and you write letters to whoever is going to inherit this pen from you in a kind of time capsule.
Wow.
So the unboxing experience is really fantastic. They have two little feathers on the top of the box, so when you open up the box, the feathers kind of come out like.
Oh my god,
like
did you
an
cry
angel.
when you were unboxing this pen? I'm about to like melt into a puddle just listening to you talk about the story behind this pen.
I haven't even opened the pen yet.
What?
I haven't even opened the pen yet.
Oh, I know. I thought you meant you hadn't inked it yet.
Oh, it's inked.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really quite an amazing story. And this pen, the base model, is a Namiki Emperor. Most Namiki Emperors are just pure ebonite with lacquer on them.
Right.
So this is a very special edition because it is it's a custom shape. It's a custom design, custom engraving, even a custom nib, everything. And here it is.
It's so massive.
You can actually post it.
Wow, this nib is the largest nib I have ever seen, and how beautiful. For now, okay, that's a little hint that CY just gave us. And it has the engravings and details of wings,
Yes.
right, on the nib, and of course, Myth, which that's the name of this pen you were saying, right? Yeah.
And I'm not sure if you'll be able to see on video. And there's even a serial number. So there were 100 made, 99 were up for sale.
Wow.
And I have number 72 because 72 is the year of my mother's birth. So
What? See why? This pen is like just the most emotional, moving pen ever.
I did have the opportunity.
And you're her son.
Yes.
Is that why?
Well, I had the opportunity to get.
You're her son. You're your mother's
Yes,
son.
I
Did
am.
you know that?
I did know that.
The clicking.
I had the opportunity to get the pen of my own birth year, but I decided that
Wow.
it's probably more meaningful to me if I, got one that represented my mother, because she was very instrumental in raising me, she had me when she was really young, and she sacrificed a lot so that I can have what I have today. So this is really kind of a pen that helps me kind of symbolize my relationship with her. And on this nib, I got this in a broad nib, and it has a mini Naginata Toki grind done by me on the pen. So if you'd like, you can.
I'm nervous.
You can post it too if you want.
Okay. Well, that I think it would be
too much.
way too big. Wow. Wait. I can't even like.
Yes, it's quite a soft nib. It is an Emperor nib. So the Namiki Emperor, it's exactly the same nib in 18K. It's an impressive nib. It's a nib.
I love this nib.
Yeah, it's a nib. If you love it, I have 3 more in the back. So.
Wow. Maybe I'll have you do this grind for me though. It's so satisfying.
Yeah, really
this is actually the largest nib that I've ever written with.
It's okay. We'll have you write with bigger ones, or a bigger one later today. I don't have it in my pen case, but the second pen, it doesn't have as large of a nib, but I don't think it's any less impressive.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, I can't believe you didn't save that one for the last pen. Like this is
the
like
big nib?
yeah. This is gonna be even better.
You wanna go get the Tohma? And so the second pen that I have in here, normally I think it's associated with being really boring, kind of a boardroom pen. So this is a Montblanc 149. But this isn't just any Montblanc.
Of course not. You're CY.
So this
Wow.
149 is a custom Urushi job that I asked a studio, an Urushi studio up in Wajima to help me do. And what they've done here is they've done a goldfish motif lacquer on the entire pen. And it looks still, obviously it is a 149, but if you look up at the details, so you can see that the gold powder that they put on the fish, it really makes the scales almost come to life. It's just a stunning piece of work, in my opinion. They have raden to kind of symbolize some of the bubbles in the ocean. They have the little, like the little plants inside the ocean or the pond, whatever it is. And then on top, they did help me also lacquer the star.
Oh my gosh,
And
it's so beautiful.
one thing that I thought was really impressive about the studio is that I hadn't asked them to do this, and when I sent the pen to them, I sent it to them without the nib, and I disassembled everything because they might not be pen people. And what they came back to me with was they said, hey, can you also send us a nib so that we can make sure every time you open the cap, the goldfish is aligned with the nib. So that is the level of detail that the studio went out of the way to confirm with me. It's something that even I hadn't really thought of, but they took that time and care and the attention to detail to really make sure that I had the best experience.
Wow.
I think that really represents Japanese craftsmanship.
Wow. So when was this? When did you have this done?
It came the day before I left.
Oh my god, this is so when you said the latest and greatest, you really meant the latest and greatest. Wow. That is such a thoughtful detail.
It is.
Oh my gosh.
And with this pen, I usually just show it.
Yeah.
Because I always say this is not a writing pen.
Uh-huh.
Because I use this to write mostly formal calligraphy. So let's say if I wanted to.
And your calligraphy is so beautiful.
I am a beginner.
Like how long have you been practicing calligraphy?
On and off, here and there,
Yeah.
But it's not like, I really should dedicate more time to practicing, but I just don't.
Oh my gosh.
I really want to do more because I think there's a lot of overlap in the kind of tools that we use.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of fountain pen people, they have all these pens, they have all these beautiful pens, but there's sometimes a loss as to, oh, what do I use this stuff for? And I think there is a yearning to be better at writing, to learn how to write, cursive, how to write quote unquote properly. And it's just an information that has so far been locked in a separate community. And same thing with journaling, right? I think there are a lot of fountain pen people who might want to journal, but might not necessarily know how to.
Yeah.
And I think a space like Shosaikan is really important because it brings those two communities together. And I'm sure you've helped a lot of journaling people find fountain pens, and then a lot of fountain pen people find journaling. And I think the bringing together of the community is so cool. So I'm just a beginner at this calligraphy thing. I'm doing my best.
A beginner? I don't think so. That's beautiful. Yeah, I agree though. I think a lot of people, they're so happy. Like I've met a lot of fountain pen people who they come to the store and they're so happy when they found something like letter writing, for example, because they finally have an outlet for this passion of theirs, and they get a good excuse to find some time to use all of these supplies that they've been collecting. So I totally agree with that.
Well, I have one more surprise pen.
One more surprise?
Yeah, I did promise you that nib wasn't going to be the largest that you've seen.
That's true. See why I asked Akane to quickly grab another pen, and it has been brought, and it's so cute.
It is.
It's so cute. I love a tortoise shell. And demonstrator. I love that you can see through it. Is it a piston? Or
it's a
an
pump
eyedropper?
filler.
Oh,
it's a pump filler.
Wow.
So I wouldn't pump it now.
Okay, I'm not going to.
But this pen, it's quite unique. It's made by Tohma, so Tohma Pen Corporation. They run Pen Cluster in Ginza in Tokyo, and this is a man who makes every single component by himself. He learned how to make nibs from nib making master Kubo-san, who was responsible for a lot of the gold nibs that were made back in the 40s, 50s, 60s. Kubo-san is still alive. He's about 91, 92-ish, maybe even older.
Whoa.
And so Tohma-san learned how to make nibs from Kubo-san. And this pen in particular is quite special. I ordered it last year, right around the time of the Tokyo Pen Show. I went to their Instagram page and I said, hey, I would like to buy this pen. And Tohma-san had a bunch of materials that I could choose. And I said, oh, I would like this tortoiseshell acetate one. And he kind of gave me this reply, implying that was not his favorite material to work with. And not because
you stuck with it.
Not because it's not beautiful, but because it's so transparent. The amount of polishing that it takes to get this kind of mirror polish is a lot of manual work, and Tohma-san is not a man in his 20s, so he kind of resisted a little bit, and he's like, I don't know if I
are
wanna...
you sure you want to do that?
So we went back and forth for about like a month, I think.
Oh my gosh.
And I said,
convinced him.
Yeah, I said, it's okay, I understand the price is going to be higher, but I would like it in a tortoiseshell. So he made in tortoiseshell. As you can see, the pen, it's magnificent. It's very beautiful. And I bought this specific model because a lot of his other pens are really large, but this one is really small. I think it's the smallest pen.
Yes, it's in my hand.
That he makes. Do you want to actually make a...
Oh yeah. Look at these. The side-by-side comparison of these two pens is a little bit laughable.
Yeah.
Well, this looks like a normal sized pen now, but it's actually massive. I need to remind everyone, it's massive.
Here's a normal size pen.
Yeah. Here are the 3 pens that CY has been talking about here.
Yeah, and it's really impressive because Tohma-san he was an engineer, so he designed all of the mechanism by himself. He makes the pens on the lathe by himself in his workshop, and even the nib. So why don't you do us the honors of opening up this cap?
Okay, I'm gonna do it under the camera so everyone can see. Wow. Oh my god, it just keeps going. It's so long. It's so massive. This nib is so big.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So he made the nib too.
He made the nib by himself.
He makes every part of this pen.
Every part of the pen
Wow.
he made.
And for everyone who's wondering now, the spelling of Tohma is Tohma. I don't know if you already said that, but that's not what I thought it would be. That H is a little bit surprising. Wow.
Yeah, all the detailing on the cap is done with urushi and gold powder. The nib is obviously huge, and because it's so massive and the pen is so small, I like
a little heart.
Yeah, and a little heart breather hole.
Yeah, details.
I like to use this pen unposted.
Really?
Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, wait. I want to see you write with it like
Sure.
that, though.
Sure. Let's open it up to a random page. See?
Yes. Wow. I'm not gonna write anything after CY writes something.
Go ahead. We can turn it to a new page.
Yeah. And I'm also just gonna do it over here because I don't want anyone to see. Wow.
And for such a large nib, it's surprisingly firm. So it's soft.
Yeah, it is actually.
It's soft, but it's still got enough firmness to it that you don't feel like you're, wet noodling all over the place. But yeah, it's a fun pen. I enjoy it a lot. It's
like comical.
Yeah.
It's not even just large, it's long. It's like long.
Well, what's funny is when you compare it to the Myth, it's actually larger than the Myth nib.
That's right, it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the Myth is what is called by Namiki the size 50 nib, and I think Tohma-san calls that nib the size 55. Yeah. So
Wow.
large nibs. Large nibs are in my pen case today.
What very, very large nibs and large pens.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god. Well, CY, thank you so much for showing us these amazing pens. I feel like, especially in the US, these pens are going to be very rare, and I'm sure that people will never have even heard of some of these pens, so this has been an especially fascinating episode. So I want to thank you for taking us on a little tour of your pen case. Is there anything else that kind of like you want to let everyone know you use every day? Something that you love to use every day?
Yeah, I think it's not super easy to get in Japan. Get in the United States. But the notebook that I use is blank Tomoe River 68 GSM. It's no longer made anymore. It was made by the old Tomoegawa factory for Sakai Technical Paper, but that's something that when Tomoegawa decided not to manufacture this paper anymore, I bought like a stack of 10 notebooks. So that's what I use every day, just taking notes or testing pens on. It's really good.
Yeah.
So if somebody at Sanzen is listening, we want 68 GSM.
Okay.
That's really important. But yeah, that's what I use, and I think along the same lines, I think it'll be interesting to see how the paper for Tomoe River, for Hobonichi is going to change for the 2023. I think they have an announcement about it. I want to say next week about the paper that they're going to use. So I'm excited to see what they're going to say about maybe moving to a new type of Tomoe River.
Yes, we shall see. We shall see from Hobonichi. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I think everyone loves Tomoe River paper, and it's. I think if anything, you will be vying for Tomoe River paper with some of these people who are watching this episode. But yes, we're all big fans. Thank you so much for coming on and showing us your pens, your stunning pens, your very unique pens, very large pens.
Large pens.
Yeah. And I can't wait for our nib grinding event over the next couple of days. I hope to see some of the people who are watching in store. And thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.